technical mount escape. So we'll focus on that one. So if I'm turning, he steps up, right? So the first one is just like the mini sweep. So I want to make sure that my elbows are in tight. I don't want to push with my top, with my bottom, I want to push with my top, right? So I'm pushing with my top on the knee. And if he's pressuring in with his back foot, right, is right behind him, and he's, yeah, this is when it's perfect, right? I don't want to do the other one. So I'm pushing. I'm going to make sure that his ankle is trapped right here on the crook of my hip. And then I'm going to forward snake and push just to get him right there. Then I'm going to underhook, scissor, and then go for my low stack. So it's a real quick one. We're just trying to make sure that he has his foot back and he's pressuring in, right? So my elbows are in tight, I'm pushing, right? Yeah, he's pressuring, I'm framing here. I want to make sure that if I'm in technical mount, which technical mount means I'm on my side and he has his knee high and his foot really close to my hip. S mount is where I'm on my back, right? And he has his knee high and he's going underneath my arm like that. So there's a big difference between the two, right? So here, his knee's high, he's pressuring. Here, I'm putting this in the crook of my hip. And then, once I frame, I do a forward snake, I turn just here, underhook, scissor, and then I can go for my pass. However you pass from this position is up to you, right? Whether you stack pass, over, under, whatever. We're just trying to get our partner off balance. This is the first one. I turn, elbows in tight, I'm framing. This is what I want here. Then I can tilt, come underneath, and the hook and finish. Okay? Any questions? Easy one to start. 1, 2, 3. So he goes mount, I turn. Okay, so one of the biggest issues with S mount is if this hand is free, right? It's easy for him to push my elbow, catch it, and now we're in gift wrap, and now he can take my back and go for armbar, whatever the case is. So I want to protect this arm. I want to protect this arm and keep it nice and tight here. So then when he's trying to pummel for this one, it's a lot harder, right? I can control, boom, right? That's nice. So what I want to do is, since it's not as tight on the hip, that's what we're going to focus on. So I'm protecting this arm, I'm going to elevate my hips, and I'm going to C-clamp, right, like that. So I'm going underneath, and then I can just do a nice snake move, snake move. So depending on how much space and how loaded, he's loaded on me right now, so I'm going to go with my bottom leg, underneath, and then underhook. Then I can just extend, take him over, shin over, and then pass. If there's more space, you can bring your top leg in. Think about it almost like a mini waiter sweep, right? Tight, hips up, snake out. If there's a little bit more space, bottom shin comes in, or top shin, I'm overhooking, I'm gonna pendulum down, and then I can go for my knee slice. And I have my underhook already. But if there's not that much space, you do your bottom leg. If you're going with Julian, you always get your top leg. Got big shins. Okay, I turn, protecting, elevate, I snake out. Not that much space. Bottom leg comes in, I underhook, I extend, shin comes over, and then you can finish your pass however you like. Okay? Any questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. From here. So the mechanics are almost the same. So if his heel is really tight to my body, there has to be a gap here. Because of the way his shin is, he won't be able to cover the crook of his knee and my hip at the same time. So he's probably going to be nice and tight here. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that the moment I feel him in, I'm going to stay tight. If I need to create a little bit of space to pummel, I can. I want to get to this position here. Now, I know everyone's afraid to get to this position because triangles. So I want to reinforce it by connecting, scissoring, and connecting my palm to palm like this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pressure my forearm into his shin and then pull his knee forward like this. So now when Fami tries to do anything, this foot is completely locked in, right? So now I'm going to scissor, I'm going to go belly down, pull him over. If he stays on his knees, I can always go for that, the wrestling, and then go for his back, right? The other option is taking all the way over. So here, pommel, connecting. So you can even go wrist to wrist if you want, or here. I can pressure in and pull him all the way up if I need to. Kind of like that deep half sweep we did before. So your hands have to make sure that I'm putting my forearm here. I can't have my forearm like this and just connect it. This won't work. He can just sit and go for a reverse triangle easily, right? It's too easy for him to, because he has control of my elbow. So I want to be here, pressuring in. Then I can come up and then finish that sweep. One more, please. In tight, under, and come up. Okay? Questions? It's a tough crowd tonight. All right, 1, 2, 3.